Good morning, Derek. Good morning. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Vaggie. Nice to see you. Good morning, Vags. Good morning, Lynette. Captain Obvious. Good morning, Cap. Good morning. Let's see, I've got to switch to all live chat. Forget this talk chat business. There they are. There everybody is. JW Owen, good morning. Brian, good morning. Lynette. Nippy. Oh, what a good morning. Four Leaf and Shroom the Digs. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning all the way down in Australia. Good evening. Good day, mate. That was terrible. Good day, mate. Good morning. Good morning to one. Good morning to all. We're going to have a special day today. Let me tell you, we're going to exhibit an extreme form of generosity here today. Wait till about 10 o'clock. From 10 o'clock to about 10:15 today. So that means we have to get started a little bit early today. But from about 10 o'clock to 10:15, you're going to see generosity manifested. How does that sound? Give me 5 people that like that idea. Manifest generosity. Wait till you see what I'm talking about. Wait till you see what I'm talking about. Manifest generosity. Start right about 10 o'clock. So if you can't be anywhere but there at 10 o'clock, right, Derek Anderson? Oh, I wish I could give a car to everybody. When I win the lottery, I'm giving at least $10,000 to everybody, each. When I win that lottery. Back in the 70s, wait. Okay. We are going to show manifested generosity. Ferrari to Jesus. No. That's an Eagle-mobile. We're just going to send you 10 grand. One of these days. Manifested generosity. But today is worth more than that. Okay? It's worth more than that. Yes, that's right, Four Leaf. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Okay, yeah, get him a Fiero. Derek, you're killing me. So Mello and I were talking yesterday, chatting online. What a sweet, sweet woman we have as a friend down in Jamaica. I can tell you that. A couple of her messages to me were audio form. And to hear her accent, she has this very unique accent. It's like a mixture between Norwegian, and she has definitely picked up a Jamaican accent. Good morning, Streety. Right, Nipper? She has definitely picked up a Jamaican accent. Her voice is adorable. She sent me this video, this clip, and she said, if I want to share it online, please do. And it's interesting. So let's do that to start today.
Back in the 70s, Harvard psychologist Ellen Langer ran one of the strangest experiments ever in psychology, and it still messes with people's understanding of aging today. She invited 8 men in their late 70s and early 80s to spend a week at a retreat. But this wasn't a formal retreat. When the men arrived, something felt off. The magazines were from 1959. The radio played music from the 50s. The TV showed old black and white programs. Every detail of the environment had been turned 20 years into the past. And here's the twist. The men weren't told to remember 1959. They were told to live as if it were 1959. They spoke about their careers in the present tense. They talked about world events like they had just happened. And they carried their own luggage, cleaned up after meals, and moved around like they used to. For a full week, they stopped seeing themselves as elderly. And something unexpected happened. Their bodies started to change. Tests before and after the retreat showed improvements in vision, hearing, grip strength, memory, flexibility, and posture. Even arthritis symptoms improved. Independent observers looked at the photos of the men before and after the experiment. On average, they said the men looked 2 years younger after just 1 week of time traveling back. No medication, no surgery, just a shift in environment and mindset. Now, this doesn't mean you can simply think yourself young forever, but the study suggested something very powerful. Your body may be listening to the story your mind tells about what is possible. In fact, I believe it's always listening to that. And here's the part that hits a little closer to home. Think about how often you say things like, "I'm too old for that. My back just does that now. I can't move like I used to." Your body hears those sentences, and sometimes it obeys. But imagine, even for a moment, what would happen if you stopped rehearsing the story of decline? What if you gave your body the same message those men received for a week? You're still capable. Your mind might not be the only thing that changes. And if this idea intrigued you, follow along, because sometimes the biggest limits in life aren't in your muscles or your age. They're in the quiet assumptions you stopped questioning. Wishing you peace, my friend.
How beautiful.
Back in the 70s, Harvard psychologist
Give me
Ellen
5 people
Langer
that
ran one
believe
of the
that.
strangest experiments ever in psychology, and it still messes with
Give me
people's
5
understanding
people
of
that believe
aging
that.
today. She invited 8 men in their
I
late
believe it
70s
5
and early
times
80s to
over.
spend a week at a retreat.
Isn't that something? Great experiment. Back in the day when we did retreats, the groups that I chaperoned, I said, we don't call it a retreat. We call it an advance. You like that one? No retreats here. We advance. That's a pretty good one right there. Right? Don't go on a retreat. Go on an advance. It's again the words we use in our brains. Right? Gosh, we have something really neat to share with you guys. We're going to start it at right about 10 o'clock. Streety, it qualifies. You're child. You're still a young boy. We're all still learning. We're all still learning. We want to learn till the day we cycle out and we start our next cycle. That's what I'm saying. Just a big old kid. Cute big old kid though, right, nerdy? Okay. I learn every day too, Niffy. Listen, there's some of you that don't stick around for the whole program because you have to go to work or you have other obligations and you have to cut out early. I implore you to go back later at some point today or soon and check out that very end of the program, where at about 10 o'clock we're going to exhibit to you, to the crew, extreme generosity of what I have received, and it is extreme generosity. Okay? So that's the hook. Stick around till 10 or come back if you have to leave for a bit or You have your obligations, your life obligations. Please, please come back. Okay? You will not be disappointed if you stick around or you come back. All right. So we're rushing forward because we have to be done by 10 so we can do what we're going to do at 10. Okay? Let us dive back into the book. Everything is fine, actually. The Life and Chill of Alan Watts. We will be able to finish the book today. Okay? We're on chapter 9. We've read the first 4 chapters last Friday, 4 chapters yesterday, and I think there's 4 chapters to go. Okay? I'm sorry about your hands there, Queenie. Chapter 9. The Game, the Mask, and the Self. Is the music too loud, by the way? Real quick, give me a music check. Music check, music check. I don't want the music to override what we talk about here today. Music check. Tyler says it's okay. It's not too loud. No. Sometimes I've every once in a while I'll watch one of these programs back and I'm like, Pops, could you have turned the music down? It's a little loud. Okay. Chapter 9. The Game, the Mask, and the Self. So here we are. Everything Alan Watts ever said about Zen, Tao, psychedelics, culture, death, and paradox all points here to this one final illusion that there is a you behind the mask. We spend our lives saying, I want this. I believe that. I am sacred. Excuse me. I am scared. I need to find myself. But Watts points out the uncomfortable question behind all of that is, who is this I you speak of? Is it your name, your memories, your body, your job, your habits, and your social media handle? All of this can be taken from you. So what's left? The moment you ask that, really ask it, something shatters. To Watts, the ego wasn't evil. It was a tool, like a user interface. You needed a name, a sense of continuity, a me to navigate taxes and traffic. But we made a fatal mistake. We believed the interface was the user. We thought the voice in our head was us. We forgot that it was just a voice. The ego, he said, is like a knot in the string. A little swirl of activity that mistakes itself for the whole river. It's clever. It's convincing. But it's not real. Watts flipped the Western idea of the self on its head. You are not a thing. You are a process. Just like a flame isn't a solid, it's burning. Just like a wave isn't a separate object, it's oceaning. You are not in conflict with the universe. You are the universe, pretending, playing the game of separation, wearing the mask of the person, not to suffer, but to explore, to experience, to forget and then remember. This is the secret at the core of Watts' teaching. It's all a joke, not in the sense of mockery, but in the sense of cosmic play. Life isn't a test. It's a game of hide and seek. You, the real you, are not lost. You're just playing the role of someone who's trying to find themselves. And once you see that, you can finally stop pretending. Or keep pretending, but with a wink. Because the punchline isn't tragic. It's hilarious. Chapter 10. Death, Disillusion, and the Great Dance. Alan Watts didn't fear death. He saw it in the same way he saw everything else as part of the pattern. When most people saw a wall, Alan saw a door with a wink. Where others saw silence, he heard rhythm. And when the lights went out for him in 1973, he wasn't running from the dark. He was dancing into it. That's beautiful. Alan spent his final years in a cabin nestled near Mount Tamalpais, just north of San Francisco, surrounded by redwoods, fog, and the kind of quiet that sounds like thinking. He gave fewer talks. He wrote a little. He smoked a bit more. He drank a bit more. He let life be. He had lived loud and he had burned bright. He wasn't the kind of man to slip away gently, but he didn't resist either. His body gave out in November 1973 at age 58 from alcohol-related complications. Some called it tragic. But if you'd asked Alan, he'd say that's just one more mask slipping off. He talked about death often, not in morbid terms, but in metaphysical terms. To Watts, death was not the end. It was the other half of life. The inhale needs the exhale. The sound needs the silence. The form needs the formless. He compared it to falling asleep. Not terrifying or painful, just letting go of time, identity, tension, and the illusion of being separate. Watts wasn't selling heaven or the void. He pointed to something in between. Return to the source that never left you. The drop of water falling back into the ocean. Not erased, but realized. Death wasn't failure. It was completion. It was not the end of the dance, just the beat dropping into something else. And yet, he never really left. His voice, that crisp British American flow, half monk, half mischief, still drifts through the speakers of the world today. He's on YouTube playlists, Spotify mixes, psychedelic TikToks, meditation compilations, lo-fi remixes. He's never been more alive. Because what Alan Watts left behind wasn't a system of dogma. It was a frequency. And once you tune into it and feel the rhythm beneath the noise, you realize what he was trying to say all along. You're not here to survive life. You're here to play it. Even the last note. Chapter 11. The meme monk. He didn't have a smartphone. He never tweeted or logged into YouTube. He died before the internet was even born. And yet somehow Alan Watts has become the digital age's favorite philosopher. Scroll through TikTok, wander through YouTube, and there he is, that voice. Crisp, calm, and cosmic. Floating between beats. Echoing between clips. A prophet without a platform. Now everywhere. He didn't speak to go viral. He wasn't building a brand. He wasn't selling answers. He spoke because the moment felt alive, because the idea was beautiful, and because he couldn't not. And that's why it landed. His lectures are now sliced into aesthetic montages, sunsets, forests, and city streets at night. His quotes are tattooed on bodies, posted to Instagram, and remixed over EDM drops. He's become the soundtrack of the modern seeker, the ones too disillusioned for dogma, too smart for self-help, and too awake to pretend life's just about climbing ladders. And even though he didn't live to see it, he anticipated it. He knew that the self would dissolve. He knew that roles would blur. He knew that meaning would collapse, not into nihilism, but into play. He once said, the only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. And now, 50 years after his death, people are dancing to his words. He didn't want to fix you or convert you or lead you. He wanted you to notice the breath, the absurdity, the rhythm, the stillness behind the static. He didn't offer salvation. He offered a mirror and cracked a joke when you looked into it. You are the universe experiencing itself in the form of a person who forgot for a moment. And then with a smirk, he'd ask, "Isn't that funny?" I want to be more like that. That's the end of the book. I want to be more like that. I do. I never knew this. I spent 60 years being something completely different. That's a true prophet to me. And I'm crying while I'm laughing inside. I'm crying while I laugh inside. I'm a process. Very touching, extremely well-written book. Extremely. And I'm on that path. I truly am. I'm not trying to be some self-righteous self-help guru. Screw that bullshit. Screw the bullshit of being offensive or defensive to other people. Screw the bullshit of my opinion's more important than someone else's. Screw that. Laugh and play. And understand that we're here for a moment in time. Do our best to impact each other in the most kind and positive ways. It just blows my mind how much good we can individually bring to anything that we're involved with. Anyone whose lives we touch. And we also have the power to do the exact, to hurt and harm, and to offend, and to offer our opinion when it's not even solicited. Oh, that's my biggest lesson recently. Your opinion is shit, Pops. If someone asks you, if somebody solicits from you, speak from your experience, nothing more and nothing less. Tell them what it was like when you used to be a different creature. Tell them what this new creature feels like. Show them new feathers. Show them the Tao, that cosmic energy that's completely unexplainable. Completely unexplainable. And yet, innately, we all understand it. Teach from paradoxes, from riddles, so other people figure it out for themselves, not because you said so from some position, but because you invited them to be the best version of themselves. Give me 5 people that get it. Nerdy, make sure you come back and watch. You're going to love to see what we see at 10 o'clock here today. Give me the best. Give me 5 people that get it. Just being our best versions. We have so much power. We can create magic. We do. We create magic every day. What's your magic? What are you creating? How are you treating the people in your life? And I hope that you aspire to great things and kind actions. I hope you aspire to the generosity I'm going to exhibit to you today. I hope that we all aspire to be more like Alan. I never worship a man. I don't worship this man. But he opens my eyes. And for that, I will always be grateful. I spent a life chasing. I spent a life with masks. I rip my mask off here every day. And it feels good. It feels right. Thank you for giving me this opportunity here, you guys. Thank you. So, let's look at the Tao for today. Let's look at the passage that's set aside for us today. Thank you, Nymph. Let's set aside, No masks, baby. Right, Greenie? 71st verse of the Tao Te Ching. I'm going to read 2 versions. Okay? I still love the way Red Pine has interpreted the ancient Chinese. Red Pine says, the 71st verse passage is translated like this from his lifetime of learning. He says, to understand yet not understand is transcendence. Not to understand yet understand is affliction. The reason sages aren't afflicted is because they treat affliction as affliction. Hence, they aren't afflicted. I'm going to read a couple of Chinese philosophers in a minute. Let's read this translation from Dr. Dyer. Knowing ignorance is strength. Ignoring knowledge is success. Only when we are sick of our sicknesses shall we cease to be sick. The sage is not sick, but is sick of sickness. This is the secret of health. Are you sick of sicknesses, you guys? Sick of sicknesses. If you are, you're on your way to sageness, or you already are. You've already arrived, if you understand that. Knowing ignorance is strength. Only when we are sick of our sicknesses shall we cease to be sick. The sage is not sick, but is sick of sicknesses. That's why people like the prophets and the mystics that we still admire to this day from 2,000 years ago, when they're chasing moneylenders out of temples, they're sick of sicknesses. This is the secret of health. There's quite a paradox present in this passage, which has been expressed throughout many readings of the Tao Te Ching. Only when your sickness becomes sick will you see sickness disappear. Lao Tzu seems to be saying that one must actually become ill in order to avoid illness. I've thought long and hard about this short verse. I played with these words over and over in order to grasp their essential meaning. First of all, what does the word sickness imply? It means that something in the body or mind is out of balance with the well-being from which we originated. That is, it's not in agreement with the Tao. Conditions such as fevers and aches and wheezing, sniffling, breathlessness, coughing, unusual fatigue, fainting, they're all indications of the presence of illness. And the equivalent of such symptoms in our thinking could be fear and anxiety, anger, hatred, worry, guilt, stress, impatience, and so on. These are signals that our thoughts are out of balance with the source, which is pure love, pure kindness, pure peace, contentment, and all the other expressions of the Tao-centeredness that appear in all of these 81 verses of the Tao Te Ching. The sage in this verse has looked long and hard at illnesses and has come to realize that it represents a physical manifestation of non-Tao thinking, i.e., as Don Miguel Ruiz would say, dream of the world. That program that we started receiving after we climbed out of our cribs. And then we forgot to laugh like babies. We forgot that child and giggle was born of innocence. A fever, a cold, an ache, or a pain are all identical to the non-Tao expressions of impatience, fear, anger, judgment, being impatient with other people and their opinions. Since the sage has been where thoughts like these lead, he now refuses to participate in this folly. I've been to every one of those places. I'm practicing to not participate in that folly. Thus he has looked at poor health and vowed, I will not think in ways that bring that about. I'll stay centered in the natural well-being of the Tao. Because to think a sick thought is to allow sickness to crop up. Consequently, he's sick of sickness. And the result is the secret of pure health. Let me provide an example of this. My colleague and friend Radhika Kinger recently returned from a visit to Bhuta Parthi, India, where she lived and where she was in the presence of Satya Sai Baba, the God-realized master who lives and breathes all of the divine messages in the Tao Te Ching. Here's an excerpt from the letter she sent me afterward. I just returned from Bhuta Parthi after spending a week there in Sai Baba's divine presence. I was saddened to see Sai Baba in a wheelchair due to multiple fractures in his hip bone. According to the doctors, no normal human body can survive such physical agony. But Sai Baba remains ever so blissful and completely unafflicted by his physical condition. A devotee asked Sai Baba, how is it that a God-realized being has to undergo physical suffering? Why doesn't he cure himself? To this, Sai Baba replied, my life is my message. People today need to learn to give up body attachment and experience their divinity within. Pain is a natural phenomenon, but suffering is a choice. I do not suffer, as I am not the body. Sai Baba looked at his condition and declared himself to be sick of such a thing being in his life. Suffering with illness just isn't an option when one lives in harmony with the Tao. Oh, you can have physical afflictions, but they aren't you. It means your body's out of balance with the Tao. Some of it's you can't help. What you can help is your attitude throughout it all. My beautiful mother suffered the last 8 years of her life, 3 times in the hospital, waiting to die, on machines that were keeping her alive, and miraculously she came back 3 times. And she never, ever complained. She never asked anybody to feel sorry for her. She never asked for attention for her physical afflictions. She always radiated the most amazing kindness to her circle, her family, and her circle of friends. My mom's funeral was huge, with people that were there remembering what a beautiful human being Carol was. I was there through every moment of it. She lived in my home, and I got to watch her as she spent her last days in decline physically. But she was actually turning into an angel. She She was our family's angel. She was her friend's angel. She was our model. She was our example. She was our example of how to not suffer, no matter what she was going through. With years of addicted behavior behind me, I can tell you that the wisdom of this verse of the Tao Te Ching was largely responsible for getting me back to purity and the well-being from which I originated. I became sick of my sicknesses, as I was no longer willing to go through withdrawals and the shame that accompanied it. I saw my affliction not so much in the material world, but in the invisible world of my thoughts, which kept leading me back to illness. When I finally changed the way I looked at all of this, I was able to bring about the seeming paradox of no longer being ill. By getting to the point of being sick of it, and this is truly the secret of health, mental health. Here's how Lao Tzu would instruct you to put this wisdom to work, here and now. I think Alan says the same thing when he tells us to dance. Be the dance. Lao Tzu says, have a happy mind. Refuse to participate in those things that bring you less than happiness. When other people say things, other people do things, you don't have to comment. You don't have to participate. You're not in charge of them or their universe. What you need to do is have a happy mind. A mind that surpasses those things that you used to judge. What someone else thinks and what someone else does is absolutely none of my business. I used to be the biggest commentator. Oh, I can bring them wisdom. They'll find their wisdom. My job's to keep dancing. Give me 5 people that prefer dancing to judgment. Give me 5 people that prefer dancing to judgment. Oh, that we would dance. Oh, that we could all get together, this crew, and just dance, this big, huge dance together. And leave all that world crap behind. And be a model of our best selves. Not only to each other, but to anybody that would view, that would say, what does that person have? How could they dance through their sickness? How could they dance back from death 3 times and be happier than they've ever been before? My mom and I used to watch TV together, usually Jeopardy. I remember this. I went to sleep on the couch, and she had the master bedroom, and she had a hospital bed set up, and she had oxygen tubes and all of that going on in the room. But she got up to go to the bathroom, and I woke up because I heard her. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I said, good night, Mom. 2 o'clock. She poked her little head around the edge of the doorway, and the smile that she had was indescribable. And she said, "Good night, Chrissy." I woke up to find her as peacefully passed away that night. I went to shake her because her caretaker had come over to give her medicine. And I'm going there to shake her. "Mom, Terry's here. Mom. Mom." And she'd moved on. She danced her way out. She danced. An ancient Chinese proverb says that if a man has a happy mind, he will have a happy body. The happy mind is sick of sicknesses. It refuses to anticipate that things get worse. It sees a sniffle, a stomach ache, a back or knee discomfort, and fatigue as messages to follow the body's signal back to a natural state of well-being. A happy mind thinks of the body as capable of healing infirmities because he knows that's not the human creation, but a product of the Tao. A happy mind trusts the capacity of the body to live without sicknesses or suffering. So use your happy mind to work with you to stay healthy. I know some of us here are afflicted with certain physical conditions. I know people that focus on their physical condition, and they allow themselves to suffer. So examine your habits. What daily habits distance you from your natural state of well-being? Are you scrolling through goofy posts and deciding who's right and who's wrong? That's a habit. I used to have it, and I couldn't help but have to comment. I have gone back and deleted every one of those comments that I could recall. Are we doing things that harm other people and show them the worldly side of ourselves? Or are we doing things that will always lift another one up? What's your daily habit? Captain Obvious just said one of hers, reading. It's one of my daily habits. That is one of my daily habits, to read. And then go plant and grow. And then go volunteer and go weed. And then tell somebody that asks first what my experiences have been. These age spots, they're well earned. They are well earned. And my mom taught me how to crochet. I couldn't remember to this day how to crochet, but we did that. Every one of her kids except my older brother, he refused. The rest of us all learned how. I needle pointed. I never knitted. I wasn't good with those needles. But I crocheted. I sewed. She had a little corner in the house with her sewing machine. Until she was in her 60s, she was making clothes. I made myself a shirt one time, one of those peasant shirts. Any addictions, no matter how serious or minor they seem, are beckoning you to be totally fed up with them. Get sick of being weakened by destructive, pursuits. You know what they are. And you know when you're habitually let yourself become ill from food, alcohol, drugs, or from the guilt and shame of a binge. Remember that ignoring knowledge is success. And examine your fixations, vowing not to ignore your awareness of what they are. Do the Tao now. Dedicate a day to really listening to and trusting the messages from your body. And then listen to what your mind tells you about those signals. Introduce your mind to the possibility that your body is signaling a request that you can grant, such as a nap or a walk along the beach, for instance. Cultivate the Tao-centered happy mind, which will not entertain sickness thoughts. A couple of quotes from Chinese philosophers, and then we're going to show some generosity here. Are we digging this? Are you guys getting what we laying down? Are you dancing through the message? Are you seeing the absurdity of how you used to live? The absurdity of drawing boundaries and dropping bombs. Absurd. We do that in our own lives. We don't even have to look at the world. We draw boundaries between each other and drop bombs on each other. And then make excuses for it. Confucius says, "Shall I teach you about understanding? To treat understanding as understanding, and to treat not understanding as not understanding. This is understanding." Te Ching says, "The ancients said the word understanding was the door to all mysteries as well as the door to all misfortune. If you realize that you don't understand, you eliminate false understanding. This is the door to all mysteries. If you cling to understanding while trying to discover what you don't understand, you increase the obstacles of understanding. This is the door to all misfortune." Wu Cheng says, "Those who understand yet seem not to understand are the wisest people. They protect their understanding with stupidity. Those who don't understand yet think they understand are the stupidest of all people. They think blind eyes see and deaf eyes hear. This is what's meant by affliction." Xiao Hyun says, "Anything that is understood," I love these guys. I love diving into what they're saying. It doesn't make sense at first, but then all of a sudden the light bulb goes on. The crystal becomes clear. And you're like, yeah, I get it now. I get it. I'm not grasping for enlightenment. I just am. I'm enlightened. I didn't have to go through a self-help course. I didn't have to stand on a mountaintop and tell everybody, I'm getting holy. I'm just becoming. Anything that is understood is a delusion. Anything that is a delusion is an affliction. Understanding is not the affliction. It is the understanding of understanding that becomes the affliction. To understand what is the affliction is to cure the illness without medicine. Ho Chang Kung says this: to understand the Tao, yet to say that we don't, is the transcendence of virtue. I don't understand the Tao, and yet I am a cosmic part of it. But the Tao is so infinitely ununderstandable, and to understand that it's ununderstandable is a level of enlightenment. Not understanding returns to the origin. Hence it approaches the truth. Those who can understand that not understanding approaches the truth, and that understanding involves fabrication, are transcendent. If they don't understand that understanding involves fabrication, and they vainly increase their understanding, they use the affliction as medicine. Only by understanding that understanding is affliction can one be free of affliction. This is why the sages are not afflicted. Those men that walked this earth, that we still think of today, hundreds and thousands of years ago, didn't understand. Give me 5 people that don't understand that. Give me 5 people that don't understand that at all. I'm waiting. I know 5 of you don't understand. Good stuff. That's right. Do what? I don't understand. No comprende. Oh, feels good. I don't need to understand to understand. What the heck are we talking about? We're talking about the Tao. Okay? Let's open up. I was hoping that we would see my good friend. Thank you, HB. I was hoping. Feels good. I understand that I don't understand. There you go, Forley. Now you're nailing it, Sagey. Good job. Okay. Oh, gosh. Let's dance. Let's dance, okay? I received a giant box in the mail. A giant box. Beep, 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 beep. Truck backing up into the driveway. Beep, 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 beep. Forklift getting in the truck, getting out of the truck, dropping all of this business off. Beep, 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 beep. I feel like it's going to take about 15 minutes to go through this. I feel like I went to those craft fairs that And not a bad hippie. You know what I'm talking about? Nature. People that are just dialing themselves into the nature of the world. And they're at their craft fair and they're selling some of their homemade products and these other things that they have. And they're doing it's cottage industry stuff where they're just doing it just enough, making enough money to show back up the next round of shows. But you know darn good and well that they're not making huge money. These people are wearing the tattered shoes that I choose to wear now. And they're just living. Some of them glowing. And you go to buy one thing from them and they give you two. Who's been to one of those fairs before? Who's been to one of those? Well, I feel like I went to one. Where is that? There it is. Got a little bit of a runny nose this morning. Have you been to one of those fairs? As a vendor, yeah, I've been to one as a vendor too, but I like going. I received a chakra chart. I need to really dive into this and learn more. Beautiful chakra chart. This is all going to be, all of this stuff is coming out of the same box. Who do you think sent it to me? Magical Gypsy. If you guys know Magical Gypsy, her real name is Jessica, but she is a Magical Gypsy. She and her husband Preston have one of these tables at these craft fairs, and they sell some products that are very earthy and very real, and they participate and they travel around to these different locations and these different shows. They live out of this, they have a home, but they also travel, and they have this amazing trailer that's attached to the back of Preston's truck. Right? Just the sweetest couple. And she was Pops. Can I do something for you? And so we did something for each other. And then she sent me this box. And I feel like she had gone around one of her craft shows and picked something up from each table. The Zen Den metal sign. It's beautiful. Now I talked to her yesterday via text, and I told her I'd wait till 10 o'clock to get, she said, Pops, I don't know if I'll be able to wake up in time. I said, do you mind if I open up this box and share it as an example of generosity to the tea crew? And she said, oh, absolutely, you can do that, but I don't know if I can wake up in time. Because she's road dogging it. And they're also in Arizona, last I heard. Well, there she is. She's here. Good. Thank you, Jibs. And I said, I'll give you an extra hour's worth of sleep. Instead of opening it at the beginning of the program, I'll open it at the end so I can give you an extra hour's sleep. Okay? So that's what we're about here. Basically, it's a box of endless goods. Look at this treasure. Isn't that beautiful? The box of infinite kindness. Gypsy, tell me how I work with these. Tell me how I work with these. I don't necessarily... Is this something that I liked? I'm not quite sure what these wooden things are. I have to be honest. I'm ignorant about this. It's Palo Santo? Is that what it is? Oh, it does smell good. Cleanses the air. Mello, she's looking out for my soul, and she said that. She said, Pops, I'm going to send you a bunch of... Pops, you're a healer. I try. Heal myself. Oh, physician, heal thyself. It's beautiful. Do I light it or just smell it? Of course, I get the smudge sticks. What is a box filled with healing things without a smudge stick? Okay, Gypsy says light it. Okay, I thought so. I thought it was kindling-ish. I'm going to be smudger. Smudge stick. And not just one. Oh, here's no more Palo Santo. So Palo Santo, what's that mean? Holy wood? Does that mean holy wood? What's Palo? Tree? What's the word Palo mean? Santo is definitely holy. What does Palo Santo? I think that I'm supposed to put that on there. Something like that. Guessing. It's 10 years old. The Palo Santo is. I like saying the word Palo Santo. Look at this. Be nature. Be nature. Ah, I see it now. So here's the stand. Here's the stand. Ah, this is beautiful. Oh, see, you guys are teaching old Paparoo. So it goes like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm dancing. Isn't that beautiful? An abalone shell. You see the colors in this thing, you guys. And then you put Palo Santo on there. That's beautiful. I hadn't figured that out. I hadn't figured it out, you guys. I got another smudge stick. Smudgy. Oh, this box is endless, you guys. It's endless, I tell ya. Let's put Palo Santos down. Hand-blended oil for protection. Hand-blended oil for higher self. Now, can you guys see that I'm going around the fair and getting something from each table? I think she quite literally went around to each table and picked up something for Pops. Isn't that something? I feel like I'm traveling around the fair right now, all out of body. Wait till you see this one. Palo Santo is beautiful. It's like a shamanic wood. Hold it over a candle to ignite it because it takes a long time to really get started. Otherwise, it's just like incense. Okay. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Heather, I haven't seen you here before. Oh, that's from your shop, Gypsy. See, they have a table in a shop. This came from her shop. Oh, I can't wait. Heather, thank you for being here and thank you for educating me. Look at this. One of those bracelets. I'll take the string off. I know many people who swear by these for helping with arthritis and other kind of joint pains. Right? Living the now, living now. I want all of those. I know. I want to go to the craft fair that she went to, or that she. Again, they are a vendor at these, and probably just make just enough money to put gas in their truck to get to the next show. Look at the ring. This one I think I'll wear more often. This I think I'll wear. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, you guys wait. You know I'm holding the big ones till last, am I right? I'm holding the big stuff till last. Clear quartz. Resonates with all the chakras through the heart and mind for ultimate peace. Made in Ojai, California. Ojai is a really neat community in California. I've been to Ojai often. Been up there and gone through the river and stuff. Crosby Creek. This, I believe, attaches to, wait for it, she did not forget Ruffy, the crystal pet collar. Pretty box. Ruffy and I are going to be doing our thing. Isn't that beautiful? And then I'll put this charm on there. Ruffy's going to be the coolest dog in Detroit, I tell ya. Gypsy, what did you do? You've overwhelmed me, I must tell you, my dear. You have overwhelmed me. And Ruff. Isn't that a beautiful dog collar? Probably the prettiest dog collar I've ever seen. I'm not kidding you. It's probably the prettiest dog collar I have ever seen. Okay? He's going to be one hot dog. Look at this. The box is endless. There's about 85 more items coming, so hang in here. Are you guys liking this? Give me 5 people that like watching the box unfold and see the generosity, the magical generosity of Magic Gypsy and Preston. Look at that. Look at that. What a harvest. Did Pops expect this? How the harvests come that are just, keep planting, the harvests come. Butterfly, seed pop, plant me. You take this and you plant it. Start indoor or plant outside after the last frost. Water regularly. Do not let pop dry out. Fertilize monthly. Seed pop. Boop. Songbird. Boop. Songbird. Humblebee. I love these. I'm gonna do them. It contains non-invasive wildflower seeds and clay worm castings. Clay and worm castings. These are adorable. I'm going to get these started indoors. Get myself a couple little planters and do my seed pops. Get it? Pop? Oh, you guys haven't seen anything yet. Wait for it. Of course I get loose leaf tea foraged in Lino Lakes, Minnesota. Look at this. Can't believe the box is infinite. Wait. The box is infinite. That stuff grows in Tyler's field. Wow. How about this? You know, I'm wearing this proudly. I would have worn it today had I not opened this morning. Gypsy Life t-shirt. What's it say at the bottom? Oatman, Arizona. All right, Oatman. Yeah. So I got to put this on and take Ruffy for a walk with his collar on. And of course, I'm going to be sporting. I ask you guys, if you want to, reach out to Gypsy and try to support her with this, her products. I'm sure she's got a way to explain to you what her product lines are. And I would love to see you guys support her and see, hey, Gypsy, I saw that thing on Pops, Tea with Pops, and I'm interested. How can I support? I want one of those shirts. I want one of those deals. The ointments. I think that would be wonderful. I think that would be a beautiful fruit. Their Instagram page. There you go, Captain. Wait. Last night on Mystic Journeys Church, they were discussing cacao and ethnogen, and how it dates back through history. Egyptians, etc., often used sacramentally. And they were talking about different types of chocolates and a YouTube video that they're going to be showing soon about the history of chocolate. Third Eye Cacao. Ceremonial grade Ecuadorian cacao, chaga mushroom, cordyceps mushroom, lion's mane mushroom, and reishi mushroom. Easy to brew. Add 1 tablespoon to 8 ounces of hot water. Whisk or blend until dissolved. Cacao is a powerful superfood where chocolate comes from. Cacao is nutrient dense, packed with antioxidants, minerals, and healthy fats. This is beautiful. I'm going to make myself a cup today. Isn't that wonderful, you guys? So well packaged, too. You want to order more, you just boom. Gosh, that sounds good. Doesn't that sound good? HB's starting to really figure out teas and chocolates. Look at this, my little drinky. I don't have one of these. I see people drinking with these and carrying them around all the time. And I'm like, I have one now. Mine's really cool. Brew with intention, sip with soul. Captain Obvious, please come back and watch the rest of the show, the program, because there's 2 or 3 more things that are mind-blowing, and I want you to see them. Are you guys through? Are you guys done watching? Wait for this one. You open up this little package, okay? And inside, Gypsy, I confess I don't know exactly how to use this. It seems like some kind of a tuning fork. It comes with this. Is that what I do? You should feel it resonating down. How do I do this? These two things were in the box, in the package together. Pure frequency tuning fork at 128 hertz. That's what it says here. Huh? Your windows are going to break. Am I doing it right, Jips? Do I do that? Is this supposed to percuss with this? It's just I'm guessing. Slap it really fast against your hand. Is that what I do? Gypsy, send me that. No, that hurts. No, that hurts. Hurts. Get it? Yeah, Gyps, send me a video. How do I do this? Okay, it's certainly beautiful. Hit and put end on body. This end. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It like vibrates all through you. Yes, Jesus Christ, it's a vibrator. Knock it off. Oh, man, you should feel it. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry it's taking me so long, you guys, but I want you to enjoy each and every one of these. Yeah, that's pushed against my chest, my solar plexus. You should feel it vibrate. Oh, this is good. Beautiful. Try against your skull. I look like a goofball. I don't know how to do it. High level hippie stuff. Derek, thank you for putting Gypsy's IG page up there. I'll tell you what, I can really feel it on my solar plexus when I put it right there. Gyps, you're blowing my mind, girl. I sure hope that you tell Preston how much I appreciate it too. Everything. Wait for it. You guys, please don't be jealous. Please don't be jealous when I show you this one. Okay? Whatever you do. Okay, first of all, notice that there's a little charm on it. But please don't be jealous. Huh? What about that? Huh? Well, what about that one? Oh, snap. I've got the old Preston Special. I have the Preston Special. I'm going to learn how to play this. I am. The minute I saw this come out of the box, I said, that's it. Pops has a new something to practice. Isn't this beautiful, you guys? Listening to Preston play, he's a master with it already. If I could even get close to what Preston does. So I've got to do some YouTube and figure out how to play this fella. Now, for the coup de grace. You guys aren't going to believe this. Wait. I have to stage it. I have to set it up. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. 2. Give me 5 seconds. Give me 5 people. Give me 5 seconds. Wait for it. Get the oohs and ahs ready, okay? Get the oohs and ahs ready. Okay? This is by what I'm going to show you is by far the coolest single thing I have in my whole house. Now take a minute. Take a minute. As an Aquarian, this is just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. So this is going in my living room. Gypsy, I love you guys. Thank you. Words don't express how sweet your gifting is. You've overwhelmed me. You have absolutely overwhelmed me, sweetheart. Isn't that something? I think we're going to start the show with that showing from now on. That is beautiful. Gypsy, thank you, my you have overwhelmed me. I love it. Unbelievable gift box. Give me 5 people that think I have an unbelievable gift box. Unbelievable gift box. I have been blessed. So, thank you, Gypsy, and thank Preston. I feel like I've had 4 Christmases and 4 birthdays all in one morning. And every single one of them is precious. Every single thing that was in that box is precious. Have we seen an example of generosity here this morning? Give me a couple of thumbs up if you think we've seen an extreme manifestation of generosity. Thank you, Gypsy. Big kisses and big hugs. Words won't express it. Just me continuing every time I touch or use any of these things. You and Preston will be deep in my soul. What do you guys think? Extreme generosity? Model that. And I'm not telling you to send a big box of something to somebody every day. I'm telling you, express generosity when and where you can. Can you imagine she was going around to all of the different vendors and picking up things, and she wasn't thinking of herself, and Preston wasn't thinking of himself. They were thinking of someone else and how it would bless them. And I want to tell you that I needed to tell you this too. I unwrapped all of these. Every single one of these things that came out of the box was hand wrapped in gift wrapping type of paper, natural looking paper. I unwrapped them before the program. Every one of these, I was coming out of the box with this package, this wrapped package. And I was like, what's going to be in this one? Peace. Peace, you guys. I've been here a long time. I so apologize to you for how long we've been. But thank you for sticking around to watch what our friends do for each other. Okay. My soul is full. You guys filled my soul. Thank you. Be healers. Physician, heal thyself. Physician, heal this world. Thank you. Thank you. The words just all I have is thank you. Okay. You guys have a beautiful day today. Okay? You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Remember, you don't have to understand. And then you'll understand. And then dance the rest of the day away. Let me scroll my friends out. Gypsy, I'm overwhelmed. Makes me want to give something back so much. I just want to give back. I'm so blessed. Mello, we had a wonderful conversation yesterday. You're a sweet, sweet, sweet woman. And I know that you're shining your light very brightly in Jamaica, man. And HB, thank you for being here. Justin LaFlower, Merlin's back. Yes, he is. Justin LaFlower wants to know, where do you get one? Get a hold of Gypsy and see what she can direct, she can direct you. Derek Anderson, was I not blessed? This harvest is overwhelming. Kimberly, good morning, Golden Bolden. Nippy, I love you, thank you. Ronnie, keeping it real. Living the now. It's nice to see you here. Corey D, good morning, Cor. Big Gordo, good morning, Big Gordo. I haven't seen some of these people before. Gypsy, thank you, my love. Aaron, Aaron, and Jodi's. It's good. Justin says it's good to know great people. It is. Aren't we all great? Aren't we all beautiful? Aren't we all unique and perfect? And then Mike Barabal. Living the now. Such love, Kim. Derek Anderson. Jesus Christ in Australia. And then we've got Cleany and Tyler and Bubblegum Kello. And Mr. Marmars. And I'm scrolling. Let's see, who else do we have here? Ray Cook. Good morning, Ray. Nice to see you. Mello. Be excellent, you guys. Laura, have a divine day. Trenty the Trenty Trenterson. And Zozo LSD. And who else do we have that I haven't mentioned? Jimmy all the way to the max. And Sammy P. Sammy's a sweet man. Always says something nice to say to me. Classic and Pacers, thank you. And Poopy Doop. Good morning, Poopy Doop. Oh, there he is. Pops, peace, kindness, generosity, and service to one another. Be the light. Be the light in your circle. Light up the world with your goodness and kindness. And eschew those things that we were programmed and taught. Absurd, Alan would tell us. Sare Bear. I love you guys. Thank you. I've got to get out of here. I've overdone my time. Surprised YouTube hasn't cut me off. Thank you. I'll see you guys here tomorrow, and we'll keep doing the Tao. Pops out.